identity recognition. And athletes, I think, have a good sense of it, but not many of them define it for themselves. Simple question of who are you? When we're younger, we really don't have the answer to that question. We think who we are is just our name. But your identity is pretty much the conglomeration of your belief systems, like what you live through on a daily basis. Whether it's through Christ or whether it's through Iron Faith Wrestling, that's your identity. So what I've been helping guys do that I work with is define or redefine that identity and recognize the opportunities surrounded through that identity. And then if you want to think of it in a Venn diagram, two circles and they intersect, and there's that little almond shape in the middle. How I break it down is I try to keep it as simple as possible. You have your identity on one side, and you have your character or your highest projection of self on the other. All right. And when the two circles start to converge together, think about this. I have my favorite quote of all time is a question. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Everyone has their own answer. But that's what the unstoppable force and immovable object are. You have this unstoppable force of your identity that's constantly compounding on itself and redefining itself. And you have this shield or this end state of your character, and they're converging in on each other. And there's an intersecting point. And that intersecting point is defined by, in my opinion, the aura that's radiating through you. All right, your faith, your purpose. What's the reason for you being here? Your plan, your systems. And what I broke it out was, especially when I started harping on the Bible, was I broke it down into the system called the O.A.R.A model. It's O.A.R.A. It's all dependent upon your outlook, your acceptance, your recognition, and your action. When in a college example, you wake up, you have a super hard workout, you don't sleep, you don't get a good night's sleep, you have a terrible nutrition, whatever it is. All right, when you wake up that next day, you have the option to choose your outlook. Am I going to get better today? Or am I going to sulk? Am I going to be negative? And the next thing was acceptance. You have to accept the things you can't change. I feel like crap. I didn't eat good. I have terrible sleep. But my outlook is I want to get better. So I need to accept all three of those things in order to maintain a positive drive for that day to get better. Next thing is recognize the opportunities that are ahead of you. 9 a.m. I have practice. Woke up at 8 o'clock. Feel like crap. Look like crap. Didn't get a good night's sleep in. I have an outlook to get better. What can I do? I could show up to practice. Now what happens? Last step is action. All right, you take action. You go to practice and you bust your balls. You do that max effort, put it all out there. So that, I feel like that system was converging or allowing me and some of the guys I was working with to converge onto that character that they really wanted to live through. Especially these younger, like the young kids, they were picking up on this model pretty good because I kind of broke it out simple. It's like, okay, like I just need to feel good. Like kids aren't really thinking about the sense of their feeling. They're like, I'm happy, I'm sad. It's a volatile mood swings. Yeah. If you could just say like, you feel good, and he's like, yeah, he's ready to do something. Accepting. All right, what's on the table today? I got practice. I got school. I got whatever. All right, what's the like? What can you recognize about that? I could get smarter today. It's like a learning opportunity. Now, what's the action? You go to school and you learn, or you go to practice and you learn. You get better.